My supreme namaskarams to Padmanabhrao garu and also his daughter Sailaja garu. And best wishes to all of you. Today we'll be discussing about some important aspects in the constitution. We have been talking about various aspects of amendments of the constitution. We know very well that previously in our India, in respect of Jammu and Kashmir, in respect of Jammu and Kashmir state, we have had a provision, rather an article 370. We talk about that article as special status. Special status in respect of Jammu and Kashmir. We are also aware about the revocation of the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. On what date it was happened? It was happened on 5th August 2019. The government of India revoked the special status or limited autonomy granted under Article 370 of the Indian Constitution to Jammu and Kashmir, a region administered by India as a state which consists of the larger part of Kashmir, which has been the subject of dispute among India, Pakistan, and China since when? Since from the date of giving or getting freedom to our country. That is in 1947. In 1947, since 1947, we are having disputes about this Jammu Kashmir state amongst India, Pakistan, and China. Pakistani administered Kashmir is generally shown separately, and Chinese administered Kashmir is also shown separately in the Indian map. So part of the Kashmir is administered by Pakistani government and part of the Kashmir is administered by Chinese. You can look into any map, you will understand that Kashmir is shown in 3 colors. Just to have an understanding of geography or physical traits of the Jammu and Kashmir state, they are shown in 3 colors. One is Jammu and Kashmir state, part of India, administered by India. India is administering the entire Jammu and Kashmir, and the other is Pakistani administered Kashmir, and the other is Chinese administered Kashmir. Since 1947, there are disputes about this Kashmir. Among the Indian government actions accompanying the revocation was the cutting off of communication lines in the Kashmir Valley, restored after 5 months. Immediately after this revocation of special status, on 5th August 2019, several actions were taken. One is cutting off of communication lines. Second is thousands of security forces were deployed to curb any uprising. Leading Kashmiri politicians were taken into custody, including the former chief minister. Government officials described these restrictions as designed for preempting violence, to stop the violence, and justified the revocation for enabling people of the state to access government programs such as reservation, right to education, and right to information. These things we must understand. The government, central government, by stating that we want to have the people of Jammu and Kashmir access to all the government programs such as reservation, right to education, and right to information. That means previously they were not there. That is that we can say that when there is special status to that state of Jammu and Kashmir with a different constitution and other things, separate statehood to that state, these things were not available. So central government cannot give access to its programs such as reservation, right to education, and right to information, and all that. What was really happened is, actually we have to look into Article 370 to understand this particular special status to this constitution, Jammu and Kashmir state. I read for the benefit of all of us part of 370. Notwithstanding anything in this constitution, so whatever is there in the constitution, that is not applicable to the Jammu and Kashmir. The provisions of Article 238 shall not apply in relation to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. What is Article 238? Let us understand what is Article 238 at first. 238 says, the states in Part B of the first schedule. The states in Part B of the first schedule, that is 238. This is repealed by the Constitution 7th Amendment Act 1956, Section 29, and schedule with effect from 1/11/1956. So, from 1/11/1956, 238 is removed. But before that, it is mentioned in Article 370 that the provisions which were there previously in respect of Article 238 are not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. That is Article 371A. Then 371B we'll see. The power of Parliament to make laws for the said state shall be limited to those matters in the Union list and the concurrent list which, in consultation with the government of the state, are declared by the President to correspond to matters specified in the instrument of accession governing the accession of the state to the dominion of India, as the matters with respect to which the Dominion legislature may make laws for that state. That is B. C is such other matters in the said list as, with the concurrence of the government of the state, the President may order specify. Explanation is also given. What is the explanation? For the purpose of this article, the government of state means the person for the time being recognized by the President as the Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir, acting on the advice of the Council of Ministers for the time being in office, and the Maharaja's proclamation dated 5th day of March 1948. So, this is previously there was Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir. This the government of the state, the word government of state in Article 370 Clause B Sub Rule 2, it is said, such other matters in the said list as with the concurrence of the government of the state. Here the government of the state means Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir. Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir. He is the person who is referred here as the government of the state. So with the concurrence of the government of the state, the parliament can make laws for the said state, that is Jammu and Kashmir. Otherwise, the power of parliament is limited to only to those matters in the union list and the concurrent list, and also in consultation with the government of the state. So the parliament previously has got limited powers. What are those powers? The powers which are subjects which are mentioned, the matters which are mentioned in the union list and the concurrent list. There is nothing, no problem. Generally, the center has got power on union list and the concurrent list. Concurrent list means where the state and center both have got power to make laws relating to a particular subject matter which is mentioned in the concurrent list. Here also the center has got such power in respect of those matters in the union list and concurrent list, but not like in other states where the center can make laws in respect of those matters without consulting the state in respect of which it wants to make laws. If you want to make any law for Jammu and Kashmir, it must be in consultation with the government of the state. What do you mean by the government of state here? Already explanation says the government of state for the purpose of Article 370 means the person for the time being recognized by the President as the Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir, acting on the advice of the Council of Ministers for the time being in office under the Maharaja's proclamation dated 5th day of March 1948. That is the difficulty. If the center wants to make any laws in respect of Jammu and Kashmir, when Article 370 was in force, when special status is there for that state, it has to consult with the government of the state. Then only it can make laws in respect of union list and concurrent list. This is the difficulty. If this 370 is not there, center can make any laws in respect of the matters which are there in the union list and government list. But because of the special status given to Jammu and Kashmir, by making a temporary provision in respect of the such state, giving two aspects. One is the provisions of Article 238 doesn't apply. This 238 article was there till what date? 1/11/1956. By 7th Amendment Act, this 238 article is repealed. Just for academic purposes, I am stating about this article 238 by stating that whatever is there in article 238 is not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir state because of the special provision that is made under Article 371A. What type of special provision is this? It is a temporary provision. This is important. Even in the Parliament, Home Minister Amit Shah at length used this word temporary provisions in respect of Jammu and Kashmir. He stated. Then, what is the next one? The power of Parliament for making laws for the said state shall be limited to those matters in the union list and the concurrent list, which in consultation with the government of the state are declared by the president to correspondent to matters specified in the instrument of accession governing the accession of the state to the dominion of India, as the matters with